Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fletcher Farms Amarillo. I'm Julie Fletcher, and Anna and I were just out for our walk today. I decided to come out this morning since it's a beautiful morning. There's a light breeze and it's not super warm. I thought that we would come out and get our walk done this morning instead of in the afternoon since it's going to be hot today. It's been a busy week here on the farm, and I apologize for not getting a video out sooner on Anna. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I posted a video on how she's doing, but this coming Saturday is going to be her 6 weeks of being here on the farm. I can't believe how fast time has passed by and what progress she's actually made.
This was Anna the first day we got her back to the farm. This was the rough shape that she was in. It was so sad, but she's come such a long way, and that's what makes us happy.
She's doing really good, and she's actually looking much better and gaining weight and eating like a champ. She's up to 14 pounds of Alfa Pro, so she gets 7 in the morning and 7 in the afternoon, so she's making her way through the Alfa Pro. When she started at 2 pounds, I was like, oh, that's not very much. We need to get this girl some weight. But doing it slowly is actually really helped her, and that's the way that she needed to eat and the proper way for her to gain weight. So adding slowly, we're still adding to her. We're still adding to her Alfa Pro. Every 3 days she gets another pound, so she gets half a pound in the morning and half a pound in the afternoon. We're working her up to 30 pounds because that's where she needs to be of Alfa Pro per day, so we're getting there pretty quick.
Anna has certainly come a long way. This was on our walk the other day. Just the progress that she's made. She still has a long way to go and has a lot of weight still to gain, but she is getting stronger every day, and that's what makes us really happy, that we're making such a difference in her life and getting her healthy and giving her the retirement that she deserves.
Monday, actually, Dr. Wagner came back out to the farm because Anna's legs are still swollen, and I was really concerned about that. So what we originally thought the leg swelling was maybe from traveling or something along those lines, because she had traveled from Ohio to Dallas and then from Dallas to Amarillo, that she might have been sore in those back legs, and that was the reason for the swelling. But apparently she might have something else going on because that swelling's just not going away. So Dr. Wagner looked at her on Monday, and she's walking pretty good. She limps a little bit, so she wasn't concerned about it. She thinks maybe arthritis. So we did start her on Monday on some Previcox, which is pretty much horse Advil. It helps with inflammation and pain and anything that she might have going on with those legs. We redid the blood tests, so the original blood tests all came back fine, saying that her liver and kidneys and everything were good, and then the test for infection said that she didn't have any infection. So we redid those tests, which again, they came back, everything came back fine. She does not have an infection. The only thing that Dr. Wagner was concerned about is that her red blood cell count was low. So we actually sent off another sample to a lab to have that analyzed a little bit further, just to see what's going on with that. Her heart rate was also a little bit elevated. Her lungs sounded good, but with that heart rate being elevated and the red blood cells low, she was a little bit concerned and wanted to get that further looked at. So she should have those results back hopefully sometime beginning of next week. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and she said that she looks good. She was happy with the way that she was gaining weight, and that everything that we're doing right now is the right way, and just keep doing what we're doing. So it made me really happy, and she did give us the go-ahead to have the farrier come out. So we're going to have the farrier out on the 8th. That's her appointment. It'll be in the morning. And I'll definitely have a video of the farrier when she comes out here to share that with everybody. And then I also have the video of the farrier to share with everybody from the horses when we originally had all their hooves done. So
this was Anna's exam with Dr. Wagner on Monday.
Her heart rate is just a little higher than last year. But it sounds really regular, like there's no murmur or anything.
mm-hmm.
It's basically because her heart rate is a little bit more elevated. I want to make sure like everything on the blood work still looks the same. Things that can cause like lower limb swelling that like sometimes, like I was saying, it can just be if they're not moving around well, if their nutrition hasn't been good, like all these things. And so I think some of that could still be playing in her just, I mean, you haven't had her all that long and her nutrition is still changing. All of that. But other things we think of are like circulatory problems, so something originating with the heart. And actually those things are pretty rare in horses in general, which is nice. But, or, you know, like anemia or something like that. So probably recheck the blood work. And then I was thinking to maybe make some slides and send them off to the lab and make sure they think that the red blood cells and platelets and stuff all look normal. If you're game for that, it's not all that expensive to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then kind of go from there. Like I said, her heart rate is a little bit more elevated than I'd like it to be. It's like about 56. And normal would be more about like 40, so it's kind of high, which is strange. And so, you know, we just walked kind of all the way up here. I don't know if she's just having trouble getting physically fit. Or if it's something more serious. Either way, I think for her, like, the more she'll move around, the better, so. And I think we talked about that last time. And then I don't know if, you know, this left hind leg, maybe it plays a role in
her not wanting to walk around. Because she puts weight on it sometimes, but there's other times that she just won't put weight on it at all.
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't know if it kind of looks like maybe stifle or something, but you don't see too bad. So. Yeah, no telling what
Yeah, what she has been through.
Might don't tell extra easy now, but so
because like her like this looks really swollen. I don't know if I'm right, but
it's a little bit.
But yeah, let's definitely redo the blood work if you think that's what we need to do.
Yeah. Likely it'll be normal, but then I can tell the lab, you know, this is the blood work we have in conjunction with this blood smear. Let's do that, and then let's also start her on a little, Cavitox is like a daily NSAID that's safe for them. And that might help.
Is that for inflammation or,
Yeah.
Or just joint stuff?
Kind of both.
Okay.
So, you know, like some people take Advil every day because their joints hurt and stuff.
Right.
So kind of like that, but just maybe trying to get that left hind leg feeling a little bit better.
She'll walk around, yeah. Because, like, if we go graze, like, we'll go walk around out in that paddock out there, and, I mean, she'll walk, but, I mean, she's obviously mostly grazing.
Yeah.
But doesn't, I mean, she just sometimes just doesn't put any pressure on that left leg. And usually she rests like this all the time, yeah, so.
Yeah, so.
And I want to get her hooves done, too, but I didn't know if putting her in the stock would be a good idea and manipulating her legs like that.
It probably won't hurt.
Okay. I just didn't know. I was going to have Kimmy come out, so.
Yeah, good. So let's start there. I'll send a smear off to the lab and just make sure that the platelets and everything are like normal.
Okay.
Whatnot, and then we can go from there. You said the heart rate is kind of concerning and like she's otherwise like very relaxed and her heart rate's a little bit high, so.
Okay, perfect.
You'll start with just 1/2 of those per day.
Okay.
So sometimes they'll just eat it like out of your hand if you put some sweet feed and.
Can I just put it in our Alfa Pro?
Yeah, if she eats it that way.
Okay.
That's fine. I know that's
Easy,
so rude.
easy.
Oh, you okay?
Easy.
I'm tired, just so she doesn't
She.
sit down and everything. And she,
Oh, I'm tired.
there we go. Yeah. Didn't expect her to be reactive.
It's okay, sweetie.
Usually they're so stoic about everything. There you go. Son of babe.
See, not bad. I know, just a little poke. She's not gonna like it. It's okay.
Yeah, I expect the lab probably won't have the blood smear results back for like, I don't know, hopefully by the end of this week, but they're notoriously slow, so.
Gotcha.
We'll see what that says, and then, go from there. I
Okay.
think that other things that we can do to look at her heart would be like to do an echocardiogram of it with an ultrasound.
Okay.
That's probably not something I can do out here.
Right.
But,
Okay.
so that'd be something to talk about. Dr. Barkley, actually out of all of us, has done those some before, so we can talk about maybe doing that, like if all of this comes back normal.
Okay.
Let's see.
Is that discharge from her nose normal?
Yeah. It's hard in kind of this dry climate. They'll get
Yeah.
a runny nose.
Yeah. They all get runny noses. What else do we have going on, Anna? Let's see. Cammie, after her colic, she's been doing really well. She's back to eating Alfa Pro normally in the morning and in the evening, eating grass out in the pasture, so she's doing really good, walking around and staying with the rest of the herd. When I was taking Anna for a walk the other day, she actually touched noses with some of the horses, so we've been having some interactions. Time that these two have been this close, let's go ahead and flip this around and see what's going to happen here.
This interaction was taken while I was doing Charlie's grazing muzzle video, so this was the first time that they really had contact between a fence.
That's Freya behind the fence. If you don't know Freya's story, Freya was rescued in March from a livestock yard in Tennessee. Corey drove for 3 days to go get her and bring her back to the farm, and she's doing phenomenal. I actually need to do another video on her as well because she's had such a transformation, and she wasn't in the condition that Anna's in, but she was definitely in a condition, a not so good condition. She was really underweight and needed to gain some weight, so she's definitely gained weight. I don't know, Freya, can you say hi? Anna, you be nice? What do you think? Oh, here comes Charlie. Yeah, that's Charlie. He's your brother. Yeah, that's the one we've been talking about. Oh, we've got ears back. We're not happy. Oh, Charlie. Oh, I don't know, bud. I don't know if she likes you. What do you think? Charlie's like, can't we get another gelding? All these mares drive me crazy. Are you gonna graze with her? We've been giving her the small paddocked area in the morning and in the afternoon to go walk around in. She kind of ventures out, but not really. I don't know if she was kept in a stall her whole life or what that situation is. But we're working on it. But she goes out and walked around in the paddocked area, and some of the other horses came up to her, and like I said, they're mean, so I'll include the videos of those. She's a fighter though, because she wasn't going to take any of their stuff and kicked back at them, and their introductions might be a little bit more interesting than it was with Freya. But
I caught this cute picture of Anna looking over the fence at the other horses when they came back into the paddock for some water. So this was Anna venturing around in the small paddock. I wanted to let her out here just so the other horses could have some exposure to her and see her, since she was in that other pen. Now that it's been a few weeks that she's been here, they can actually have contact and touch noses, now that we know that she's not sick and she's not carrying anything that can be passed on to the other horses. So we just give her this paddocked area so she can walk around and get a little bit of exposure. These are a couple clips of the interactions that Anna had with the other horses. It was mostly Charlie and Freya. So this is an interaction with Freya. That's Freya, and then Anna's on the other side of the gate. And that's Cammie's nose.
But again, like I said, we've got a lot of time before we can actually introduce her and turn her loose with the rest of the horses. She needs to gain some more strength, and we definitely need to figure out what's going on with her legs before we turn her out with the rest of the horses. So we started some barn remodeling this week as well. We don't really have any. We have water in the barn, but I don't really have a spot to make Alfa Pro, so I have to make that in the house because it has to be mixed with warm water. So we're in the process now of building a small tack room in our barn. So that started the other day.
So if you haven't seen any videos on our barn, we have 5 runs. The goats are right here. Anna's over there. This is Freya's stall, Charlie's, and then the big open stall over here is for where we feed all the other horses. And here comes Charlie into Freya's stall. He looks like he's ready for lunch. Are you ready for lunch, big guy? Yeah, are you ready for lunch? Okay, let me finish this and I'll go get you your lunch. Yeah. But we have our tractor in here, and then we have cats in here. My goat milking station, and then over here is where we usually put our round bales, but right now on the other side of that wall is where the lean-to is. We're going to probably put a door in here and make the lean-to area a space for the donkeys, and then we're going to put the hay and the Alfa Pro over here, and then this corner over here, this 12 by 12 area over here by the door is where we're going to make our tack room.
So we just started building that wall. This corner area is going to be built out. We're going to put a hot water heater in here. Going to do some trenching and get water lines ran because the only water spigot we have is the one that's over there underneath the panel. So this is the only water spigot that's out here. I have to run a long hose out to the other side to fill up Charlie's water that's on the other side of that wall. So we're going to do some improvements in here and get that room built out so I can keep all the Alfa Pro out here and I won't have to make it in my laundry room. So we're also in the process of getting solar installed because we are going green, which is exciting as well. We want to go off-grid. And that was part of the reason why we bought this farm, was to be able to be self-sufficient and not rely on the power grids and everything else, because a couple of years ago the wind generation power system froze up with ice and everyone lost power for, I think it was about 2 weeks. So we definitely wanted to have another option to be off-grid, just because of having the horses and the horses needing water, and us being on a well, it needs to be powered somehow. So that was definitely something that we needed to look at and make sure that we had taken care of, so the horses would always have water. So we're in the process of getting solar installed. We decided to go with N phase. I'll have to do a video on that later on because my husband has all the details on that and I don't really know anything about that. So
Since we have so much land and we had enough space, we decided to do a ground mount installation as opposed to a roof mount installation. So this is the progress that they've made so far with just installing the racks for the panels.
For some of you that have followed our story, you know that we have a milk goat. So the baby's been weaned from mama, so she's not nursing anymore. So I started milking the goat. And with that, I'm making goat milk soap. So in a couple weeks, we should have some goat milk soap, and that'll be available on our website, and that'll also be to support the horses and the rest of the farm. So really excited about that. It's a simple recipe with no chemicals or any added parabens or detergents or anything like that. So it'll be a natural soap made from organic products, and obviously our goat eats, a healthy organic diet as well. So excited to share that with everybody, and then that will be available on our website. I'll let you know when those are available. We're kind of just testing everything out right now and getting everything squared away, but it's pretty exciting that that's going to be available in a couple weeks as well.
This is Misha, our La Mancha milk goat. She gets milk twice a day, and she's putting out about 64 ounces of milk per day. So that means I can make about 6 batches per day, and that's going to put out about 60 bars of soap. So it's pretty exciting, and we're really excited to be able to share that with you. This is my very good friend Kara. She was over visiting all the animals and made her milk the goat. She likes to participate in everything on the farm, and feeding the animals and milking the goat is part of that process. So this was Kara milking the goat. When Janine was here visiting, she helped me make my first batch of soap. So this was our first time making soap. It takes a long time to mix and get it up to the thickness that it needs to be before it's put into the mold. So this was our first experience with making soap.
It has been 4.
This was our first batch of soap after it came out of the mold. And Kara helped me make the second batch, so this was our second batch of soap that we made. After we got the process down, we ended up making a lot more batches in all different scents.
So many things just happening around the farm. It's fun and exciting, and you never know what's going to happen. So keep y'all posted on what's happening around the farm. Anna's walking faster now. I know. But like I said, Anna's doing good, and I will have another update on her as soon as I can, and once Dr. Wagner gets me the other lab results back, we'll keep you posted on what's going on with Anna. I could definitely use some prayers and just some good vibes to make sure that she's on the road to recovery and healthy. So we're really hoping that this Previcox helps with her legs. So I will also do an update on the other horses that I haven't done updates on. I know you haven't seen any updates on Aline or Miley. I know I did an update on Sophie and Charlie and Cammie. And I'll have to do an update too on Freya. So I've got lots of work to do. Lots of work to do, but I'm going to keep the videos coming. And again, thank you to everybody that sent us bags of Alfa Pro as a gift. We truly appreciate your support and your generosity. It's overwhelming, really, it really is. And just can't thank you all enough. We really appreciate your support. So thank you so much for watching this video and following along with our story. And we've got lots coming up and lots of things happening here around the farm, and can't wait to share them all with you. So thank you again for watching. We truly appreciate your support.